Part 2. That day, Dominic's bodyguards had shoved me aside like a stray dog. Through the crack in the gate, I saw Felicity, delicate as a flower, surrounded by my parents in the garden. At the time, I didn't know Dominic was adopted, and I believed he spoke for the entire Sterling family. But during my near-death experience, I learned that in my previous life, my parents had indeed wanted to meet me, but Dominic had ruthlessly blocked them. He painted me as an unhinged, irresponsible girl, claiming she said she wouldn't contact the Sterling family unless they all died off, so she could inherit everything. Otherwise, she wouldn't even deign to look at any of us Sterlings. Humans are, after all, creatures of emotion. My parents, who had no pre-existing affection for me, listened to his words, then looked at the innocent and charming Felicity. In the end, they were left with nothing but a sigh. In my past life, I only knew how to accept my fate. I didn't understand that if you weren't born with a silver spoon, you had to fight for what you wanted, be it money or love. So when I knelt before my parents, crying uncontrollably, confessing my longing, they embraced me, tears in their eyes. Our precious girl has suffered. Mom and Dad will make it up to you 100-fold. Leaning on my parents' shoulders through tear-filled eyes, I saw young Felicity. Even though she didn't speak immediately, I quickly caught the flash of resentment in her eyes. Felicity looked like an innocent little rabbit, her eyes red, her lips trembling, holding back tears. Mom, Dad. Who is this sister? Why is she calling you Mom and Dad too? Just as my parents realized they had neglected Felicity and were about to comfort her, I quickly grasped Felicity's hand. This must be the sister who honored our parents in my stead. Just as my brother said, she's a million times better than me. Even though sister's birth mother swapped us and then abandoned me in Maplewood to fend for myself, I know my sister knew nothing of her 18 years of privilege in the Sterling family. My sister is innocent, and my brother has already warned me that my sister is the little princess cherished by the whole family, unlike me, who never even met my birth parents. I took a pendant from my neck. I don't have anything presentable for our first meeting. This is the only memento my Nana, who raised me, left me. I hope it protects my sister and keeps her safe always. Without waiting for Felicity to refuse, I pressed the pendant into her hand. The sharp corner of the pendant pricked Felicity's delicate palm. With a high-pitched shriek from her, I preemptively recoiled 2 steps, falling backward onto the floor. The pendant dropped and shattered into fragments. Under my parents' astonished gaze, I immediately knelt, cupping the shards in my hands. My hands were soon covered in blood, and tears streamed down my face as I apologized incessantly. I'm so sorry. I didn't think this through. Even if this is my most precious possession, it doesn't compare to my sister, a Sterling heiress. My parents, their hearts aching, pulled me up, their voices choked with emotion. Alara, what are you doing? You're Mom and Dad's biological daughter. When our eyes met again, Felicity's eyes held an unconcealed resentment. Felicity truly wasn't a clean flower protected by the mud. This was perfect. It saved me from any useless guilt. From the moment I was reborn, I had decided that whether Felicity was innocent or not, I would take back everything that was mine. Even if she truly knew nothing, I would still claim it, because these things were rightfully mine. Felicity and I were swapped. Felicity's birth mother, pregnant out of wedlock, coincidentally gave birth on the same day as my mother. Seeing my mother's expensive attire and lavish lifestyle, the woman, unwilling to let her child suffer, stealthily swapped us when no one was looking. She didn't even intend to raise me. She simply abandoned me in Maplewood. If Nana hadn't found me, I would probably have been nothing but bones. Compared to Felicity's privileged, mistaken life, I was the truly innocent one. As for the jade pendant, of course it wasn't an heirloom. It was just a cheap trinket Ethan won from a street raffle years ago. The only gift he ever gave me, a piece of worthless glass that I had treasured for years. Now, it was perfectly suited to pave my way. My father frantically took the glass shards, calling for someone to mend them, while my mother, heartbroken, had the family doctor tend to my bleeding hands. Felicity, how could you drop your sister's gift and push your sister? Is that what we've taught you all these years? Unlike my daily humiliation and gaslighting by Ethan, this was probably the first time Felicity had ever been reprimanded in her life. Her face flushed with indignation, her neck stiff, but she had no idea how to defend herself. Dominic, who had been protecting her from the start, finally spoke. Mom, Dad, you're misunderstanding Felicity. I was standing right there. I clearly saw Alara intentionally fall and shatter the pendant herself. While I don't know why Alara would try to frame Felicity right after coming home, I believe the house's surveillance cameras would have captured it. After all, Alara is the kind of person who, to return to the Sterling family, would heartlessly dump a boyfriend she'd been with for years, her childhood sweetheart. With that, Dominic pulled out his phone. On the screen, the footage clearly showed my conversation with Ethan. The bits where I'd said, snatch my place and none of your business, outsider, edited cleverly to look damning. Sure enough, my parents' brows furrowed. Dominic seized the opportunity to lean close to me and whisper, you don't know about high-tech surveillance, do you? In this era, surveillance was indeed still a novelty. Most ordinary families had no idea what it even was. Dominic's lips curled into a smug smile. I warned you that Felicity is innocent. I told you not to touch her. But since you insist on using dirty tricks, you only have yourself to blame for your wicked intentions.